Getting out of here in a couple of hours or so. Oh, such a long day, man. I gotta get some coffee in my system. It's just boring, you know? Nothing ever happened. No. No. No, no, no! I gotta go! I gotta go!
Hey! Everything okay?
Oh, no! Oh, no, 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 no!
Welcome to Strike Force. You are an elite battle squad assembled to defend Earth. This is who we're up against. The alien warlord Ultimus and his Kree soldiers who have joined forces with Hydra and AIM. Now, I know some of you aren't used to fighting side by side with each other, but the world needs you to put aside your feuds and stand together. Any questions?
I am Groot.
Any other questions? All right, it's go time. Now get out there and save the world.
You need help with your Marvel Strike Force game? Then come down to the school of the Game Father. Valley Flying did, and he learned that you can't beat the Game Father. Valley Flying. That's right, I'm the 3-time Super Sunday Red Stip Blitz Orb champion. After I uppercutted Valley Flying in his vagina for the 3rd time, he went home and cried to his little mommy, and now I need a new challenger. Bring it, little boy. All with the fucking dog.
Just make it right. Rework the squad that's ready to fight. We picked these names from a poll, no shame, but that's before we saw the game. If the movie dropped first, that vote would flip. Taskmaster lead, nah, hard skip. He died in the intro, blinking he's toast. Now he's the leader, that's wild at most. Marvel HQ's plans, well, yeah, they don't divulge. That's why you gotta do Teskey and the Yellow Bulge. Yellow's bench, Red Gizo Tech, US agent sitting in a power check. They've got the ties, they've got the rep, but they're locked in limbo. What y'all expect? Thunderbolts drop, but they ain't the squad. Ghost and Teskey, Victoria odd. Yeah, we voted.
We're gonna make videos.
Saw the movie, we'd have called their bluff.
Alright, how y'all doing? Welcome in. We are, what are we doing? A bunch of stuff came out today. So I do want to make, let's go to Reddit real quick. Promo code zombie. Yeah. This is a war team. Doctor Strange. Dead by the my. All right, let's see. You didn't fire anymore? Yeah. Oh, Fire Namer, go back. Oh, was that a cat girl? I don't know what screen you were talking about. Oh, Hellcat. Oh, really? Okay. All right, let's do war for a little bit. Oh boy, I needed to sleep, man. I was tired. I had to take a nap, boomer nap. I just hit a wall. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I just hit a wall. I was like, whoa. Yeah, all right, let's do Alliance War and then we'll shoot this video. First try, yeah. Yeah. All right, I got it, Steven. Oh, I'm aware of what it's like to have a. I got $2. All right, let's see. Let's get this over with. What do we got? Let's just do like a Superior 6 here. This alliance is not serious. Actually, I in this zone 4, I like zone 4. I would like to be in a serious zone 4 alliance. I do like being here though. I like the people, but I also like sweaty gameplay. I may stay here a while though. I've always been, it's been a long time since I've not been, I think I've been in a sweaty alliance for years. So this is a departure from that. Yeah, I know. I like sweaty. Maybe I'll get used to being like casual and then I won't. Yeah. I don't know yet. I can tell you this, I don't want to be in this zone. I like the start times of this zone. The zone is perfect for me. Zone 4. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? What kills Odin super easy? Quasar does, right? I don't think they've announced that yet. Maybe somebody in chat knows. Thank you, Steven. That was awesome. Let's see. Odin. I could use Quasar to explode this. Or, well, Liberty just explode this. Can I just go Liberty? I think Liberty knocks this out. Like Liberty Ultimus? No, yeah, Liberty Ultimus? Doesn't Liberty and Ultimus just run over this? What do you think? What do you think, Herb? Liberty Ultimus? Yeah, I think so. I think so too. It may not work, but it's pretty efficient if it does. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to just let's see if I can delete these clowns over here. Let's see. Let's just try this. Oh no. Well. Yeah, well, Gore's already gone. It's kind of not what I wanted, but all right. Well, Odin's gone. No, he's gone. Boom. Goodbye. Yeah, I think so. That could change. I haven't found anything working better. But that's just the way I beat it. Does someone else have a better plan? I don't know. That part was hard. I have to go back and look what I did. I think I did New Emma and Jean Grey. But I think you have more choices now. Yeah, I have New Emma and Jean Grey. Yeah, exactly. Can I murk this? No. Let me think about that for a second. Oh, a 4-piece Liberty works way better. Yeah, it was... 3-piece Liberty is really hard. The 4-piece Liberty is way easier. It was the 3-piece Liberty that was really tricky with New Emma. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was just more work, you had to play it a certain way. Secret Warriors. Let's just try some random shit here. Yeah, so here's the thing about Professor X. I don't know how long ago I got Professor X, but it was not recently. And I only know what team I went through with it. And I went through with the 3-piece New Emma and Jean Grey, and there was a trick to it. But I'm sure it's changed a little bit. Oh, this was a mistake. Yeah, this is a huge mistake. Oh, this is awful. Maybe not. Yeah, and then I think running Odin with a team that has revives is probably also a mistake. I'm just gonna put that out there. Probably. I'm just saying, probably a mistake. Either way. Yeah, shut down my audio. Yeah, well. We got through it. That was a choice. Yeah, it did work. Let's see, what's reasonably good. Alright, let's run Orcus into one of these. I think Orcus can take this. Yeah, let's run Orcus here. I think we can brute force this. Yeah, it's fine. Let's get to their a certain amount of apathy about the team. What do we got here? Boy, I can run anything I want. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I was like, oh my god. All right. Can Vigilante take that? Doesn't Vigilante just run over like full F4s? Am I wrong in remembering that? Like a full, it just runs over that. Yeah. Oh, I don't have Death Seed. I thought Vigilante just runs this team over. I remember it just running over this team. Oh, Def Seed on defense? Oh, yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Oof, no, we're not getting through this team. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Well, I mean, I remember this going my way before. So, apparently not, right? Yeah, well, my Sable didn't get hard targeted the last time I did this. Yeah. Well, if Sable hits, it's pretty good. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It was just pure damage. I remember running over them with Fantastic Four before. Either way, doesn't matter. Yeah, you can totally practice attacks. When you're not in war, you can practice all you want. What's up, Baka? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Thank you! Baka hates this game. Someone said Vigilantes runs over this, but I don't remember that either. Oh, is this going to be one of those uphill battle days where just Vigilantes loses over and over again? Who's Dulam said, yeah. Yeah. Baka 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 hates this game. Oh, yeah, this is going to be ugly right here. All right, well, there you go. That wasn't awful. I know I can't stun him, but damage, right? Fuck to him. I don't even know. Well, you know what? Let's not do that right now. Let's see what's beyond that, and then I'll do it. You know what? Let's do something that I don't know if this will work either. I don't even know if this will work. Starbiker knock.
I always come back. Daily reset. Offers refreshed. And still, not a single damn thing worth tapping. Scrolling for nothing, that's the only game. Banner says value, bro, it's just shame. Gold orb, trash gear already capped. I tap through pixels like my soul got zapped. Milestone filler, 20 cores a pop. Trash tier bundles that they'll never top. I own the meta, I beat the race. Now I'm stuck in a shop with no thrill to chase. Scroll tap, side, repeat. All these offers smelling like defeat. Nothing left, but I still check twice. Like a junkie looking for that dopamine slice. So click packs, no thrill inside. Powers max, but the fun just died. I ain't playing, I'm shopping despair. Welcome to the end game, there's nothing more. I used to grind.
Why does it say offline? It's weird. I know you guys are here.
Cracking crown, but it's feeling cursed. 1,000 wins deep, but the offers got worse. Flash events done, blitz is a joke. The fun got nerfed
Don
when the store went
Solo.
broke. Even whales like me.
Thank you.
Premium live.
You're the best.
They turned the game into a
All right,
catalog.
we got her over here.
And the
Let's do
catalog
Mercs. Ooh, does Mercs not work
looks
with
like it was
Cosmic
glued
Ghost
by
Rider?
interns with a glue
We
stick.
just do it anyways.
This isn't content,
Maybe Mercs with APOC?
it's cardboard commerce. Scroll tap, side, repeat. Each new offer tastes obsolete. Spend fatigue, no hype, no spice, just price tags taped to recycle dice.
Angela coming soon? I don't know how.
Town store, not even rage left to click explore. So I scroll through the wreckage, glass side stare. Game still loads, but there's nothing there.
See, who's the big problem?
No chase, no purpose.
Yeah, that's not sticking no matter what, so it doesn't really matter.
In the coffin, scrolling for
So
nothing,
Cosmic Ghost Rider takes a turn, it's fine.
and the scroll never ends. Daily
It's alright.
reset. Offers refreshed. Still, not a single damn thing worth tapping. Scrolling for nothing, that's the only game. Banner says value, bro, it's just shame. Gold orb, trash gear already capped. I tap through pixels like my soul got zapped. Milestone filler, 20 cores a pop. Trash tier bundles that they'll never top. I own the meta, I beat the race. Now I'm stuck in a shop with no thrill to chase. Scroll tap, side, repeat. All these offers smelling like defeat. Nothing left, but I still check twice. Like a junkie looking for that dopamine slice. So click packs, no thrill inside. Powers max, but the fun just died. I ain't playing, I'm shopping despair. Welcome to the end game, there's nothing more. I used to grind, now I just scroll.
Pretty big team.
Inventory rich, but it left a hole. Cracking crown, but it's feeling cursed. 1,000 wins deep, but the offers got worse. Flash events done, blitz is a joke. The fun got nerfed when the store went broke. Even with
Sure, we can do it tomorrow.
nothing to buy, just pixel selling dialogue. Looks like it was looted by interns.
I want to see if they have Professor X over here, though.
This isn't
Let's get through one more room.
It's cardboard commerce.
I think I can get through that with Illuminati, you think? Probably. We don't care about Alliance War. This Alliance has no, like, which is fine. It's just not an alliance. There's no it's just kind of free fall. Everybody does whatever they want. And it's perfect like that. And I don't think this alliance should be like sweaty. They just change all of it. It's perfect the way it is.
No chase. No purpose. No peak, just pop-ups in the coffin.
Yeah, it's just not a.
And the scroll never ends.
I do. We were just talking about that. I only want to be in zone 4 though. Let's see if there's a. Let's see if there's a Professor X back here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there isn't one. Okay, well, let's go after this. Oh, wait a minute. How can I be done already? No. I got so many teams left. Okay, well. Yeah, I don't think there's much. It seems like it would. Who did I clear it with? Hobgoblin and Superior Spider-Man. I think I got through it with. Yeah, Green Goblin. It could be like Hobgoblin and Vulture. Yeah, I think I can't remember how I beat it, but I think it was Hobgoblin and Vulture is what won it for me. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but what rewards would make it worth it? Can Illuminati take this? Yeah, I mean, yeah, for me to like care about anything right now, I'd have to have purple 4 and 5, and they're not going to do that. Any kind of meaningful rewards is not going to be in this game mode. Gold in G20s for, well, if you're in a big alliance, you get good amounts of gold in war. Yeah. Did you get like at the top level, get like 2 million gold per war? Per win? How about exclusive care tags to tamper with your war rewards? Well,
Drop 2 racks just to climb that board. Full mode out, this price got ignored. Every auction bit a slap to the face, cause I'm racing rich kids just to keep my place. Midnight strike, check the ranks, I'm 6th. Leaderboard sharks with unlimited tricks. Swipe that card like pride don't apply. Pray in the auction where
is it Illuminati? I think it is. Let's just do it.
up top, they said with a grin. But it's gated behind how much cash you spend.
Let's just try it.
Diamonds for dollars, rent check gone. And all I got was
It adds up.
I thought I'd made it 50-55. Log back in, drop 1,200 spots. Packs were bought, not even cheap. Now I'm just broken, lost some sleep. Rank 50-58, man, what a joke. Scopely just got me, I'm mentally broke. No diamonds on Odin, no leaderboard flex. Just regretting the debit card wreck. One more pack, I told myself. Now I'm just ready, post a torch on the shelf. Diamonds ain't rare, they just cost too much. And I missed the cut by a whale-sized touch. They refunded course and left folks bid twice. Whale span hard, got him back, roll the dice. Spin again while the rest stood still. Leaderboard jumping, just bending the wheel. Some said fair, some called it.
Actually, this might be a tricky fight. I don't remember if there's enough power here, but maybe.
Leaderboard clean, now it's just broken. They patched the map upon stakes. We're smoking points for nothing, refunds in play. Now fairness is dead, devs, just look away.
It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know if they do something like that.
Graviton sitting there, his gravity's light. Used to pull teams in, now he's out of sight. Quake shook the world, but her time is done. Now she's just a relic of battle she won. Pyro had flames, brought the fire to play, but his burn don't matter in the meta today. Crossbones used to blow up, make teams feel the heat. Now he's a paper tank left in defeat. The forgotten, left in the past, lost in the shuffle, they ain't built to last. No buffs, no rework, they're stuck in decay. The forgotten stay benched, just wasting away.
All right, what do I get? Do I have any? I guess I attacked, but I don't know. That felt weird.
But his swing don't land. Once led the queen, now he's out of the
What do I got left over?
chase foes, man, his speed was
I have this infestation I could have used, I guess. I guess I burned through my roster pretty good.
like he never flew. Bullseye's aim's true, but his damage don't sting. He's a shadow of a villain, barely worth the thing. The forgotten, left in the past, lost in the shuffle, they ain't built to last. No buffs, no rework, they're stuck
No, I don't like those progressive ones at all.
away.
I'll do a progressive if there's 2x, but no, I won't do it otherwise.
Devs, where's the fix? These legends need
All right.
love. Bring the kids up to date, give them a shove. Let the fire burn bright, let the hammer strike true. Bring the forgotten back, give them something to do. But until that day, they're rotting in place. No updates, no power, just lost in space. They were heroes once, but now they're left behind. In the world of MSF, it's a cold design. The forgotten, left in the past, lost in the shuffle, they ain't built to last. No buffs,
Ooh. Did we hit server reset? Yeah, we did. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We finished server reset. I got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Hi, kitty. You're a super sweetie today. Hi. Hi. Now he's like, no kisses, just pets. Woo. Yeah, he's all over me today. Multiple times. Nah, I don't care. I'll kick him out if he gets annoying. I think he's funny, actually. Ah, it's fine. I don't care.
Yo, devs, where's the fix? These legends need love. Bring the kids up to date, give them a shove. Let the fire
Cursed diamonds and antimatter store?
strike true.
Oh. I'm not buying that with antimatter.
But until that day, they're rotting in place, no updates, no power, just lost in
I see you. You want on my lap? Come here.
in the world of MSF, it's a cold design. So here's to the teams that time won't save. The glory's gone, now they're stuck in the grave.
You like it over there better than over here, huh? See if he hangs out or not. Just hang out. Oh, he's like, I'm done with you.
MSF subreddit, baby. Home of good vibes, gender replies, and zero salt. I logged on once, was feeling low. New to the game, didn't really know. Asked who's good in arena though. They said, great question, bro, let's go. Nobody flamed, nobody snapped, just virtual pats and a friendly clap. One dude called me king with pride, another said your roster solid, right? MSF subreddit full of grace, not a single troll in a sacred place. So chill, so sweet, never mad, just hugs, emojis, and tier list stats.
Is there a way of doing... Nah, I don't care.
The game, bugs just spice, they don't complain. Power creep, that's growth, my friend. They trust the process till the bitter end. Every post a gentle breeze, hot take served up with herbal teas. Should I farm Kestrel? Wow, what a thread. 30 kind replies before I went to bed. No doom post, no rage, no spite, just wholesome memes and pure delight. Nobody ever screams cash grab, just wow, I love this with a dab. Mods be like, hey champ, welcome aboard. Then personally walk you through ISO 8 like it's bedtime stories.
All right, let's do a video.
Basically a warm bath.
Let's read this real quick first. Brimstone. Chilling it power awakens as soon as the Brimstone team rises from the dark corners of Marvel Strike Force. Leading this unholy assembly are the infernal Damien Hellstrom, Fearless Hellcat, and the cursed living mummy, joining forces with the revamped Doctor Strange, Heartless, and Elsa Bluston. We got the reworks here too, bringing fear and devastation to Alliance War. And they said they're going to be strong, stronger than they said they could be stronger than Liberty, stronger than Absolute Force, and they said there were going to be solutions inside their kits that would help you provide reasonable solutions to like Mephisto and Odin, right? They said that. The Bring Fear and Devastation Alliance War. Check out the details below. Spooky Season Alliance War. Brimstone is primed to become one of the top Alliance War squads, caping down big squads and big names. In capable hands, only the likes of Professor X can get inside the mind of Brimstone to stop them. Yeah, that's kind of what they said. Yeah. And good on offense and defense. Yeah, they said this. War monsters. Each character in Brimstone not only has a powerful set of abilities that specialize in nullifying specific types of enemies, stitch them all together and they become a scary good squad. Damien Hellstar unleashes hell on support and controller characters in the form of ability block and denies charges to support and blaster enemies in war. Wait a minute. So who is that? Denies charges to support and blaster. Support and controller. Support. Where's the ore? All right, let's do it like that. So I'm just gonna set down APOC, Ms. Marvel Classic, right? So this is like, this is gonna, the charge to support is gonna be like Ms. Marvel Classic APOC, right? On the right. No, I want ore. Oh, there it is. Odin. I get it. I get it. I took a second. I found it. Miss Marvel Classic. Okay. Unleashes hell and support controller carries the form of ability block and denies charges to support and blaster enemies in war. So those would be like Odin, Ms. Marvel Classic, Apocalypse. On enemy death, he heals himself, gains speed bar, and provides ability energy to Brimstone allies that are not at full energy. Hellcat rakes in brawlers with stun and blasters, including Odin, with ability block blonde and triumvirate. Enemy fends off the curse of taunt for the entire team, providing drain, speed, and protection for the Brimstone team. There's almost like this, they got persistent taunt that as long as he's got like the revive on him, it keeps coming back. Son of the literal Lord of Hell, Damon Hellstrom is a speed demon controller who torches enemies with high damage attacks, applies ability block, and clears revive once, barrier, and battlefield effects. Wow, okay, everything. Hellcat fixes her claw and attacks littered. attacks littered with negative effects, including ability block and stun. Both Brimstone teams prevents enemies from gaining death proof, speed up, or assist now. Okay, yeah, that shuts down a lot of teams. Santana? Okay. Living Mummy. Curse of the Revive. On any turn, Living Mummy gains taunt, safeguard, and heals himself if he has the revive once and no taunt. He wraps up victory even sooner by giving his Brimstone allies with drain additional speed. Okay. Massive stat increases. And they add Supernatural, Dark Hunter. They added... what? All right. Gain offense up no matter what. They added the Brimstone. Thorough death for targets before the attack cannot be blocked. All right. Damage per Brimstone. Okay. Passive. A miss or ally miss. Character has 3 Brimstone, Dark Hunter, Supernatural allies attack the target for piercing. An enemy dodge, attack the enemy for piercing. Gain 20% accuracy per Brimstone. Fine. Doctor Strange stat increases. New primary target. Fly slow for 2 turns. Reduce speed bar. 1 turn. Okay. Heartless. Any Brimstone Dark ally turn. Barrier character for all max health and charge. Barrier all Brimstone Dark allies. Okay. Yeah. All right. how do you do that? I hate that. All right, history. How do I... The one that I just controlled. Control-Shift-T? Yeah. All right, that's more important than anything else. There's a ton of new codes. Smash. All right, so we went over this. Not a lot. All right, what's All right, let's read this together. Player Voice Council met with Marvel Strike Force General Manager Ryan Jacobs today to discover a number of topics. Following the summary of the discussion, the next iteration of War is in the works with something the team wants to make sure is done correctly before playtesting begins, with time to share feedback with the team. My understanding is that's already started. Mega version of the Annihilation is not completely off the table. Discussion continue. The changes to this raid are a simplification of what quickly becomes sim nodes in an effort to increase low quality screen time. Hopes to focus dev time on a more different PvE features events. Okay. Danger Room can vary in length and content, but the fun of utilizing the roster expanding the latest release teams. Balancing time spent versus reward is focused now, but still narrowing it in. Alright. Sentry will join Battle World with some quality of life improvements soon, but Null Battle may be totally in the past. Team is working on how to distribute Null Shards when Sentry launches, but do not want players to miss the opportunity battle in the King of Black in the future. More information to come. Cosmic Crucible has been critical issues that should be fixed soon in a client update. Competitive CC enjoyers have recently shared negative feedback on the scoring. Continue note, new 32 not count towards league status. New game modes. A couple things currently in development, but too early to share anything yet. Overpowered on pause for Purple ISO 5. So, this is kind of a big deal. When Overpowered was announced, they said that Overpowered 12 was going to be on Purple 5. Given the reaction to the general community when released, the team is not looking to reawaken this target. Now, I made a big deal about this the other day in a video where I said, you know, why are you guys... Because they said in a post that the reason why they did Overpowered was so they didn't have to do this. And I'll be able to... I actually have a very, very specific context as to why they went this route versus what they said and why Overpowered is on pause. But you'll have to wait till tomorrow for me to talk about it. Given the reaction to the general community release, the team is not looking to reawaken the topic. Overpowered is noticed on pause. Blue Marvel will not be mythic, but an epic character. Now, so this is really, really simple, in my opinion. So, and then this is a question here for chat. So take a look at these take a look at these characters right here, and take a look at these characters right here, and ask yourself, or put yourself in the shoes of the community as a whole. What percentage of the people do you think had these 5 characters at 7 yellow stars within 1 year of release? What percentage of these characters did you or the community as a whole have at 7 yellow stars after 1 year of release? And I know the answer for me is all of these. And right here, none of these. That's what epic means. We can debate power levels and all that shit, but that's what epic means. Yes. Yes, that's what it means. We can debate which is stronger, how you get it. Now, they did give definitions. And if we want to read the definitions, the epic trait with Illuminati, we're also introducing a new trait called epic. An epic character's initial lock method will vary from a standard character. So that's what epic means. You don't get them without spending. And epic characters have traditionally been directly monetized. Yes, some of these, there was access to a limited amount of yellow stars at launch, but they weren't farmable for a long time. All right, so epic trait, and then mythic trait. All right, what is a mythic trait? Mythic will generally identify characters acquired through Dark Dimension or special method from legendary and normal release characters. Fit that definition. Sometimes in future Kestrel will be added to Dark Dimension. All right, so yeah. Mythics and legendaries really have not been directly monetized. I can think of one limited example of them directly monetizing, like the Horsemen, and they sold these really expensive orbs. You guys remember that? I don't ever remember them directly monetizing mythicals or legendaries. Yeah, they made you do all these hoops and go through Dark Dimension and all that stuff, but epics, yeah. No, directly monetized. I suppose Nick Fury, maybe. It's just very different, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I suppose. I don't feel like it's been that way for a long time. I suppose that's a one-off. In general, though, this is the way I'm presenting it is accurate. All right. All right. Diamonds, Red Stars, Wing Abilities should be appearing in chapter stores as they move before into the shop. Noted as overdue, like Shadow King Diamonds. New shop changes should be coming before the end of the year, with maybe some more sizes too. Noted a lot of leaderboards are leading to fatigue. Took time with the big boss to share direct feedback about characters get leaderboards opposed to those who get an orb, and this can lead to bad feeling those do not compete in these events when they are done one after another as recently. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, well, I feel like I know. I've heard them actually say this out of their mouth, is that I know, I don't think that they, I don't know. I'm not. Ah! Ah! Don't do it. Don't do it. No, no, no. I'm not going to do it. Symbiotes. When Symbiotes came out. Anti-Venom and all that stuff. All right, got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Brimstone team. We're going to go over the reworks for Doctor Strange, Elsa Bloodstone. There's actually a blog post on this in addition to a video. We're also going to talk about Blue Marvel being an epic character versus a mythic character. So we're going to talk about a call that happened in a post that was on the Player Voice Discord server. Now, there has been a ton, and I mean a ton of free codes out. I think there's been 4 new codes in the last 24 hours. You can screenshot this right here. Any given time, you can go on my Discord server and type exclamation codes, and Nightbot will respond with all the current codes and their expiration date. This also works on Twitch chat. In addition to free codes, while you're on the website, there's been every single day these chain offers where the very first one is free. They expire in 24 hours. I just went and looked right now. It was there also. You can actually find this in game as well if you don't want to go on the website, but a lot of people go to the website to put the codes. Then also, if you want to get a jump start on Superior Spider-Man, there you go. Really, really, really expensive. I did not do that. I don't know of anybody that did, but that seems like a not great way of doing it. Also, Danger Room was pretty easy, in my opinion, to get through on difficulty 10. Difficulty 11 was just for show, like if you want to do well on leaderboards, but I think I beat it with Hobgoblin and Vulture, and it took me about 4 or 5 attempts, so it took me a couple hours. I had a good time. Wasn't too hard, wasn't too easy, to each their own. I'm sure everybody's got a different opinion on that. Now, we're going to go over the Brimstone post, and then we also have some information from Big Spartan from the video, which I did watch, but this pulls in a lot more extra details that was not in the post. For example, Damian Hellstrom is at 134, which is very fast. Well, it's pretty fast in Marvel Strike Force. 134, I mean, usually we get excited about 132. 134 is on the higher side. There's also tons of ways of manipulating speed, but like raw speed stat, that is fairly high. Darkness descends on war. So this is going to be a very strong war team. Brimstone, a chilling power is awakening soon as the Brimstone team rises from the dark corners of Marvel Strike Force, leading us in this unholy assembly are the infernal Damian Hellstrom, the fearless Hellcat, and the cursed Lemming Mummy, joining forces with revamped Doctor Strange Heartless and Elsa Bloodstone. Cool. We kind of knew that because they were giving away red stars in the global milestones. They're bringing fear and devastation to Alliance War, so check out the details below and prepare to haunt helicarriers. Now, they are going to be very strong, and we're going to get into why they're going to be strong. Brimstone is primed to become one of the top Alliance War squads, capable of taking down big squads and big names in capable hands. Only the likes of Professor Xavier can get inside the mind of Brimstone to stop them. Specifically in the video, they said, yeah, they're going to be better than Absolute, better than Liberty, and they're going to have tools to deal with characters like Mephisto and Odin. Yeah, basically they're saying that outside of Professor X, this is going to be a good team. My understanding is they're going to work well on offense and defense. War monsters. Each character on Brimstone not only has a powerful set of abilities, but they specialize in nullifying specific types of enemies. Stitch them all together and they become Scary Good Squad. Damian Hellstrom unleashes hell on support and controllers, characters in the form of ability block, and denies charges to support and blaster enemies in war. That's a lot of characters. Let's pull it up right here. Key characters right there that depend on charge at times would be like Odin. Apocalypse is in this category. Ms. Marvel Classic, which is crazy good in war and depends on a charge mechanic. So they got a lot of tools, right? On enemy death, heals himself, gains speed bar, and provides ability energy to Brimstone allies who are not at full energy. Hellcat rakes brawlers with stun and blasters, including Odin, with ability block blind and trauma. Blind and trauma. Well, Mummy fends off the curse of taunt for the entire team, provides drain, speed, and protection for the Brimstone team. And this looks like to be like a persistent, like reactive taunt as long as Living Mummy has revive once. We're going to go into the synopsis here in a minute, but this is pretty much just going to go over like general, but there was actually more information in the video, which we're going to go over. The son of the literal Hell Lord, Damian Hellstrom is a speed demon controller who torches enemies with high damage attacks, applies ability block, clears revive once, bear, and battlefield effects. Tons of tools there, right? Tons. Hellcat flexes her claws with attacks littered with negative effects, including ability block and stun. With her full Brimstone team, she prevents enemies from gaining death-proof, speed up, or assist now. Living Mummy, the curse of revive on any turn. Living Mummy gains taunt, safeguard, and heals himself if he has revive once and no taunt. That's exactly what I was saying. That's great. He helps wrap up victory even sooner by giving his Brimstone allies with drain and additional speed. And I could be wrong, but I feel like that is kind of like the way that Man-Thing works with his team. Character updates, massive stat increases to Elsa Bloodstone, and more or less adds, let's say, on her ultimate, the Brimstone. So the damage per ally goes up, now includes Brimstone. Character's skill base cannot be revived in war, clear all death proof from targets before the attack cannot be blocked. And then the passive now also calls out Brimstone, and it's piercing, gains accuracy per Brimstone. So this is going to stop the blinds from sticking, and that's kind of fun. All right, the other thing too, Heartless Doctor Strain, massive stat increases. He also had that ability based on, where so much damage based on the number of effects on both sides, right? I think that could be pretty cool, with the new damage stats and so on and so on. Special now is slow for 2 turns instead of 1. His passive will now calls out Brimstone. So they just add the Brimstone. They're really not changing him much, right? Like the small ways. And then Brimstone or Darkhold allies gain crit chance and crit damage. If charged, bury all Brimstone. The Darkhold allies for 15. So they just is adding the Brimstone tag. Now I do like what Big Spartan did right here. Just a little bit more detail, because this is based off of what was in the video. Brimstone war offense and defense designed to beat every team in a war that doesn't have Professor X. Reworks, Heartless Elsa, and then there's 3 new characters, and then Brimstone added their abilities. So yeah, Damian Hellstrom. So Hero, Global, Mystic, Controller, Brimstone, Conqueror. So they're all that Conqueror tag, which is for the Blastar, right? 134. On kill will give ability energy allies that aren't at full energy, and that will allow for an early ultimate from Heartless, which I was mentioning earlier, which can be devastating, especially with updated stats. Special and ult attacks for all enemies. Ult reduces positive effects by 2 if he goes first in the match. That is cool. Ult reduces positive effects by 2 if he goes first in the match. So that creates a strange situation on offense where it's really good on offense because you kind of can predict that. But on defense, you're going to have to work around it, right? If you don't want that to happen. Living Mummy gives speed stat to all Brimstone allies. Gains revive once on spawn, and with the ultimate, when he has revive once, he's going to be getting that taunt on any turn, immune to vulnerable, ability block, stun, bleed, and regens. That's because he's a mummy, right? Active abilities give him defense up and safeguard. Passive heal the team by 20%. Ult heals the team by 15% and gives speed up to Brimstone. Now, not mentioned here was in this post here. They actually had a little bit more information here. We're just going to reread it. Curse of Revive. At any turn, Lemmy regains Taunt, Safeguard, and heals himself if he has Revive once and no Taunt. There you go. That's even a little bit more detail than what was in the video, right? Hellcat. Hero Global Skill Brawler Brimstone Conqueror. Ult stuns primary and war. Also stuns brawlers. Enemies immune to trauma. Get ability block and blinded. Odin Null. Yep. Passive attacks enemies that use their basic while ability block. Let's scroll out. So there's like anti-null, anti-Odin. So it's going to be strong in war. Maybe you care about more. Maybe you don't. Let's get into something that's a little bit different. Now, I do have a lot more context on this because I was on a different call than what was on here in the player voice. A lot more context is to be had once the embargo, and I can talk about the call that I was on. But I will talk about their post here because there's a lot of information here. Specifically, want to talk about Blue Marble not being a mythic, but an epic character, which I do not think is good for the community at all. So let's just go over this quickly. The next iteration of War is in the works and is something the team wants to make sure is done correctly before playtesting begins, with time to share feedback with the team. I have a ton more context to that. The mega version of the Annihilation Raids is not completely off the table. Discussions continue. The changes to raids or simplification what quickly becomes sim nodes in effort to decrease low quality screen time. Yeah, right now raids are boring, man. You just hit sim. I don't know if I've ever played Sebastian Shaw in raids ever. It's sim 100% of the time. Hope to focus dev time on more different PvE features and events. Good thing I didn't spend money on him because I haven't really got to use him. I got to use him a little bit in Danger Room, but I've not used him inside of raids. Danger Room can vary length and content from the fun of utilizing the roster X-Men to the latest release teams. Balance time spent versus reward. The focus now still knowing on it. I know some people don't like Danger Room. I like it. I like Danger Room. Sentry will join Battle World with some quality of life improvements soon, but Null Battle may not be totally in the past. The team is working on how to distribute Null Shawls when Sentry launches and does not want players to miss the opportunity to battle the King of Black in the future. More information to come. I have more context than that I can't share in this video, so you'll have to watch tomorrow's video. Cosmic Crucible has some critical issues that should be fixed soon in the client update. Competitive CC enjoyers have recently shared negative feedback on the scoring. Continue to note U32 should not count towards league status. Yes. New game modes. I don't have any information on that. This is super, super interesting to me. Overpowered is noted on pause for Purple ISO 5. So when Overpowered came to the game, they said that Overpowered 12 was going to be tied to Purple ISO 5. Overpowered is noted on pause for Purple ISO 5. And this makes sense. And I'll talk about why this makes sense because I took issue with the post on Purple ISO 5 the other day. Given the reaction of the general community when released, the team is not looking to reawaken this topic. Yeah, because I was a tad alarmed with the stats on Purple ISO 5 being 30% damage, 35% damage, 20% damage, 40% damage, so on and so on, and add Overpowered 12 because in another frequently asked question post about Overpowered, they said the intent of Overpowered on some level was to stop massive amounts of power creep when it came to putting massive amounts of baked stats into ISO, gear tier levels, and also character levels, like going to 110. And I was like, well, that's not what this means. I made a video about it, right? Well, they're basically saying that for now, Overpowered is on pause. Does this mean the death of Overpowered? I'm not sure. I don't think so, but it's on pause. I think the way it's stated here is the way that we can interpret it for now. Overpowered is on pause. Overpowered 12 will not be coming with Purple ISO 5, as it said in the original Overpowered launch text, if you will. Blue Marvel will not be mythic, but an epic character. And so I want to read the initial descriptions for what epic and mythic mean. And this was at the launch of those characters. So this is the epic with Illuminati, where Also introducing a new trait called Epic. An Epic character's initial unlock method will vary from a standard character. Well, all right, we're going to come back to that. And then on Mythic, what is the Mythic trait? Mythic will generally identify characters acquired through Dark Dimension or a special method different from Legendary and normal release characters. To that definition, some in the future, Kestrel will be added to Dark Dimension rewards for increased accessibility. So this is the question, right? If we take a look at this character here, how long did it take for people to get these characters to 7 yellow? Let's just put a time limit on 1 year. You can ask yourself, it's like, did you get any of these characters to 7 yellow in the first year of release? And then also ask yourself this question. Did you get any of these characters to 7 yellow stars in the first year of release? And I got to say, yes. Most of them. And on this, no, I don't think any of them. That is the difference between Epic and Mythic, is these characters people could get in the first year that they come out. Unless you spend a lot of money, these are typically directly monetized. I guess there's a lot of variation to it. I mean, I can just tell you the way it was. I mean, they said, well, yeah, it's different than a standard release. That's what they said it is. But if I look at most of these characters, what I expect and what it meant to me is that, yeah, I could have done some of these things with this, and maybe I got like a low number of yellow stars. And then I had to spend money if I wanted to get more than whatever 3-4 stars or whatever the events were at the time. They're all a little bit different. Especially Captain Britain was way different. Like that one, you had to spend on those new characters, right, to get it. And then it was like, springtime. Okay, there's going to be some more offers in springtime. Okay, years gone by. Are they farmable? Well, Juggernaut, that took forever. Worth noting also, in addition to Blue Marvel, it's Pathfinder confirmed in chat today that Zombie Kestrel will be an Epic character as well. And the general feeling, although it doesn't state that here, is that Epic characters are not as strong as Mythic characters, but I feel like this is putting us in a situation where we're not going to get a lot of them. Blue Marvel, we're not going to get a lot of shards through the event. We're going to have to buy offers, perhaps, or we're going to have to wait because the release method is, and the availability of yellow stars is what the difference was between this. Like, we just don't, I mean, how long did we, before Zombie Juggernaut was farmable? It was well past the 12-month mark. Well past the 12-month mark. Anyways, let's keep going. Diamonds, red stars, and awakened ability materials should be appearing in chapter stores before they move into the shops. Noted some overdue, like Shadow King diamonds. But the new shop changes should be coming before the end of the year, with maybe more surprises too. Noted a lot of leaderboards leading to the fatigue. Took time with the big boss to share direct feedback about characters that get a leaderboard as opposed to those who get an orb. And this can lead to a bad feeling from those who do compete in these events. Why do they say compete? Those who spend in these events? They're just spending events when they're done one after another as recently. I don't view them as events, really. I feel like they're auctions. Anyways, that's my take on those leaderboards. It's just auctions. I don't know. We call them events. They're not events. There's auctions. Bye for now. You're an auction, yeah.
Screaming gaslight like you fast forwarded through the movie. Here's a dictionary, clown, you're still lost in a two-piece. mention. I'm climbing gear tiers while you beg for attention. Spreadsheet kings get cooked alive. You ain't built for this, you just whine to survive. You walk in the spot, order water, no sides. I'm posted.
All right, how do we make titles?
You think you get treated the same as the king? Nah, server barely glances while they polish my ring. I bought the kitchen, now you beg at the door. You sip free water, cry, thinking they defend you. Spenders get service, broke boys get seated. That's life in the cracking lane. Know your meaning. Drown, drown. You ain't swimming, you flailing now. Should've learned to swim. Drown, drown. Patch notes hit and you cry foul.
Oh, you thought they'd fix it? You thought feedback was gonna rewrite the laws of war? Nah. Cracking checks cash faster than your rage post load. Stay soggy.
Now you Reddit famous for sobbing in threads while my overpowered roster puts clowns to bed. Alliance chat, just gifts of your cries. Meanwhile I'm racking wins while you fantasize. Scared of complexity, stay basic kid. I'm playing chess, you can't king a lid. Dream of fairness, dream of care. Meanwhile I'm shipping body bags out by the pair.
Drown in your empty flex, cracking life. Your life here, you're not invited. Overpower, overpower, overpower,
Ooh, Omo, cancel. Oh, edit?
MSF subreddit, baby.
No.
Home of good vibes
Oh, yeah, Death of OP.
and zero salt.
Well, maybe I'll use that as tomorrow's.
Was feeling low. New to the game, didn't really know.
Actually, I don't want to use Death of OP because I have more context to that conversation that I have to save until tomorrow. In fact, if there is an envoy here that wants to make a video today or tomorrow morning about that, I think I'd love to tag team it with somebody.
Not a single troll in a sacred place. So chill, so sweet. Never mad, just hugs, emojis, and tier list stats. They love the devs. They love
Maybe I'll do it with Duelim.
bugs, just spice. They don't complain.
I think we're going to do a Raid Shadow Legends one.
My friend, they trust the process till the bitter end.
So there's a lot more context to a lot of that stuff. So I feel like the video for today has like half of, I mean, we don't have the full context because a lot of it was open to interpretation and a lot of it is unsettled, of course. But I feel like there's a lot more to be said about that post for the MSF thing, the player's voice.
Personally walk you through ISO 8 like it's bedtime stories. It's basically a warm bath.
So
Keys. MSF
a lot of it's open to interpretation too.
negativity pays no rent. They uplift, inspire, and never flame. Just peaceful monks playing a mobile game. No nerf rage, no post deleting, just kumbaya.
Yeah, we were supposed to be able to talk about it today, but
And if you disagree, you'll get a
for whatever reason, they want us to wait till tomorrow.
kiss crew around. MSF subreddit, sacred ground where bugs are blessings. Whales don't flex, and everyone answers, what's next?
Drop 2 racks just to climb that board. FOMO'd out, oh, this price got ignored. Every auction bit a slap to the face, cause I'm racing rich kids just to keep my place. Midnight strike, check the ranks, I'm 6th. Leaderboard sharks with unlimited tricks. Swipe that card like pride don't apply. Pray in the auction where scope please the guide. On Odin's up top, they said with a grin. But it's gated behind how much cash you spend. Or diamonds for dollars, rent check gone. And all I got
was shafted again. I thought I'd made it 50-55. Log back in, dropped 1,200 spots. Packs were bought, not even cheap. Now I'm just broken, lost some sleep. Rank 50, fuck 8, man, what a joke. Scopely's got me, I'm mentally broke. No diamonds on Odin, no leaderboard flex. Just regretting the debit card wreck. One more pack, I told myself. Now I'm just raised, post a torch on the shelf. Diamonds ain't red, it just cost too much. And I missed the cut by a whale size touch. They refunded course and let folks spin twice. Whales fan hard, got him back, roll the dice. Spin again while the rest stood still. Leaderboard
It might be a duplicate code.
some called it rigged, but Scopely said, trust me, bro, it's fine. Trust got nuked in the middle of spin, and the only real winner, the devs in the end. Leaderboard clean, nah, it's just broken. They patched the map upon stakes were smoking.
Let's see. That might be a duplicate code. Let's find out.
Just look away.
So that's another code, Steven. You see it? It's a new code. I'll add it if you want me, if you want. All right. I don't know how to do it in Nightbot. I only knew how to do it this way.
Now behind a wall of microtransactions, standing tall. His power is great, his valor shines bright, but to unlock his strength, you've got to swipe right. Captain Britain, pay to play. Drop that money, join the fray. Heroes rise, but there's a price. In Marvel Strike Force, you pay for a might. Once a legend, now behind the wall of microtransactions, standing tall. His power is great.
Okay. 927. All right. Thank you. Somebody's at my door. I think it's my. Hold on. I gotta be right back. I think it's my meds. Okay. No, we don't get Jehovah's Witnesses. They can't come here. Yeah, thank you, A2 Dad. Thank you. There you go. Oh, look at all these. Mike 729 and TDATS 3000. Thank you for the resubscription for 50 month, and TDATS, thank you for the gate sub. What's up? What's up, babe? Bottles? Oh, bottles for the baby?
Diapers, wipes, bottles, formula.
Right. As someone that was raised in that organization, I can promise you that simply closing your door and saying I'm not interested and just closing the door, that's the easiest thing you can do. No, thank you, I'm not interested. And move on. Like, they don't care. You're saving them time. I also used to do telemarketing way back in the day before the do not call list, so way back in like 2003. Same thing. I'm not interested. Click. It doesn't offend anybody. They talk to so many people, like knock on so many doors. When I was a telemarketer, so many calls. Like all you're doing is saving them time. What's worst is someone talking and talking and talking and talking and wasting your time. So you're doing. Nobody's gonna get upset if you just say no, thank you, I'm not interested, and close your door. Super easy. They actually do not care. No English? No. That does not work because a lot of them are bilingual. I remember being with a guy once who spoke like 6 languages, and he would just like, okay, which language do you speak? And he would just go through them. Yeah, that's just, I'm not interested, close the door. It's conversation's over. It's so easy. You'd be surprised because what happens is they'll ask you what language you speak, and then they'll send someone to your door that speaks your language. I'm dead serious. Like if they figure out what language you speak, they write it down and they'll send someone there that speaks your language. You don't want to go down that road. Just say, I'm not interested. Close the door. A bathroom, actually, I've had that before. Yeah, they will talk to you. Oh, yeah, they love to talk to you. Oh, yeah, they'll talk to you forever. Yeah, they're trying to convert you. They think the end of the world's coming. It's their obligation to tell you that, in the same way, the way they view it is like this. So you can understand where they're coming from. What they will say is, if your neighbor's house was on fire, would you knock on their door to tell them about it? That's actually what they think. That's their mentality. And they have an obligation to tell you that. Yep. But that's the sense of urgency for them, is that they need to every single person to know the good news of the kingdom and given the opportunity to hear it. In the same way that they would knock on your door if your house was burning on fire. That's how they view it. So you just say, I'm not interested, close the door. And they're like, okay, well, they don't want to hear it. They go to the next house. Yeah, none of them are firefighters. This is true. I don't think they are. They generally stay away from any kind of government jobs. I don't think there's a problem with them being firefighters, but I know none of them are law enforcement or military. I know that for sure. No, it's just like, you don't have to be like, it just doesn't matter. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, they knock on so many doors and they talk to so many people. Like, you're not hurting their feelings. I promise you. There's nothing you can say to hurt their feelings. It's only a matter of how much time you waste with them. I'm not interested. Goodbye. Close the door. Don't even wait for an answer. I'm not interested. Yeah, I don't know much about Latter-day Saints. I mean, I have a couple friends, but I really don't. I feel like both of those religions have very deep, nuanced cultures that go beyond most people's understanding. It's in a lot of ways, I see some values in both of them. The family structures and the communities they built, and in general, both of those communities live very productive. Like, they make good neighbors. Like, if your neighbor, that's a good neighbor. Like, I would take, if I could replace all my neighbors here with that, I would. Like, they're good neighbors. I've actually had that happen when I was a child, so that's not weird either. I don't know how to tell you that kind of stuff doesn't matter. I don't know. Like you have to understand like the numbers of doors that they do and how much they do it. Like it's none of that is. Yeah. You can, I mean, I don't know if they still do this, but back in the day, you used to be on this do not call list. You can actually say, hey, you know what? Can you put me on your do not call list? I do not want to be contacted by you at any time. And they will. And they'll never come to your door again. I've never tried that, but I think it would work. If you just said that, hey, listen, can you put me on your do not call list? I do not want to be contacted by you ever again. And they will. I know back in the day, we used to record those people as like do not call. And then, like we had to skip those houses. Yeah, do not. You can actually be on a do not. You can tell them that directly, and they write it down because all that stuff is transferred from person to person. Yeah. Yeah, here in the States is a little different. I mean, I live in a gated community where there's, you know, they're technically trespassing if they're not invited on the property based on what the signs say. So what happens in my neighborhood is we never get any religious people because they won't break rules. Who will break rules are like, I've had a guy who told me he was with the utility company and that blah, blah, blah. He was a solar panel salesman. I said, no, you can't be here. And I said, I'll follow you out. You need to leave. Or people say, hey, I was just cleaning my neighbor's. I was just, you know, doing XYZ on your neighbor's house. I says, yeah, but you were invited to their house. You're not invited to anybody else's house in this neighborhood. I'll follow you out. And I tell them that. I says, I'll follow you out of the neighborhood. You have to leave now. It's private property. I'm serious about it. Cat thinks I'm an asshole. But I say this to people. You have to leave now. I will follow you out. I'm going to get in my car and follow you out of the neighborhood. Oh, I follow people. I've done it several times. Yeah. Yes. So you need to leave now. Yeah. Because they don't need to be there. And some of them, one time they were tweakers. I could tell they were tweakers. Takes one to know one. And it's like they were just up to no good. They were just scoping houses to rob because as soon as they saw your Ring camera, they'd turn around. I says, why are you guys here? I just followed them out there. I said, why, you know, I saw you come up to my door. What's going on? Oh, blah, 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 blah. No, you got to leave. Where's your car? Yeah. I just like, yeah, I don't know who you are. I mean, it's just like the sign on the building says private property. Basically, they've already been given a trespass warning. And whenever someone's only trespassing if they don't leave, right? They need to be given an opportunity to leave. You just tell them, it's like, hey, this is private property. You're going to be trespassing if you don't leave. You're not invited. You're not welcomed here. You weren't asked to be here by not me, and you knocked on my door. You know what I mean? And they leave. I mean, I just certainly don't want to like get law enforcement. Well, I don't care that much. I don't want them knocking on my neighbor's door, and I hope my neighbors do the same thing for me. Wait, how much energy do you have? It's way too much. No, I have no issues whatsoever. I farm the training mat nodes every day. Every day I farm the training mat nodes, and I still have excess energy. Yeah, I farm it every single day. All 6 nodes. Well, I call the police, they don't call even. Yes, absolutely. And if for some reason, the people that I say this to, they know I will. They know I will. I start taking pictures of them. I say, listen, I'll call. You know, just bounce, man. It just does not need to be a thing. I mean, I'll even say that. Like, just leave, man. You don't want to make a thing out of this. I don't want to call. You don't want me to call. Just go to the next neighborhood. I don't really care. Go to the people across the street. The next neighborhood over. No, I know. Just go to the next. Yeah, but they shouldn't be here. In my door does have a thing saying, something to the effect. But here's the thing: is like the number of people that have come to our door since I've lived here is under 5. People don't knock on the door, and I'm sure it's because my neighbors are the same way. I'm pretty sure. Like my neighbor next to me, he's like retired military. He's this old guy, comes to the door with a gun every time. He's great. My neighbor's awesome. And then we also had several people that worked for Metro that in our neighborhood. I don't think we do right now, but we used to have a lot of law enforcement in our neighborhood also. Yeah. No, we don't have sprinklers. And we also don't get trick-or-treaters though. Yeah, we don't get any trick-or-treaters though. All right. Yeah, I'm okay. I'd rather not have trick-or-treaters. If I really wanted to, like, well, Kat, you know how I feel about it. I like trunk-or-treats. I go down to, like, I've done it once with a Episcopalian church and once with the Catholic church. If I wanted to do Halloween, I would go, like, to somebody else's house that has like, kids come to the door, or I would go do a trunk or treat. I've done trunk or treat twice. I kind of like that actually. It's a pretty good environment. You get to see a lot of kids, a lot of people, and it's nice. One time we ran out of candy, and the church was like, "Here's more candy. I know you ran out." And they just brought us more candy. I like the trunk or treat a lot. I do live in a retirement village. I'd say more than 50% of my neighbors are retired. Good for do a block party at the gate. We could, yeah. We do open the neighborhood up a couple times a year for like yard sales, and they open the gates, and then that's open. That's kind of interesting. And then I walk around. They do that at least twice a year, like the yard sales. Yeah, most of my neighbors are retired. Babe, is it appropriate to say what I always want to say about my neighbors with the really nice cars? Or is it not appropriate? It's just a strange observation. She's going to tell me not to say it. Oh, you wouldn't? Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm done with the war. It's a good thing. It's like anti-stereotype thing. In fact, in my opinion, it's like the opposite of what you would think. And I don't have any. I have no idea why. It's just the way it is, though. Yeah, is your PR handler to discourage it? It's not a stereotype thing. It's the opposite. It's an anti-stereotype, but you shouldn't say it sounds like a stereotype. Maybe it is a stereotype. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it is a stereotype that I just wasn't aware of. I don't know. Do battles with Insidious 6, 5K per. Can I do Blitz? Insidious or Sinister? All right. Well, I'll load up Sinister, and I'll load up as many of the new ones as possible. Right? I don't have the other ones. I don't have Scorpion yet. Well, how many of these should I do? Well, I don't care. I have abundance of this. All right. Well, I'll get Scorpion here in a couple days, I suppose. Oh, well, this is nothing, right? Yeah. All right, well, we got through it. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. A Blitz cooldown for nothing? Oh boy. What do I want? I want something. Yeah. I do have Hobgob. Yeah, I don't have Scorpion. I've been buying. We're gonna get Scorpion here soon, but I've been buying him in the Animator store, which probably was a waste. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, probably was a waste. Yeah, it was probably a waste. Let's see if this video went live or not. Yeah, you do. I'll core the other guy. I'll core the Superior Spider-Man. Yeah. Well, that looks better. Yeah, Spider-Rock, if you will. Yeah, Sinister 6. It's fine. Doesn't bother me. All right, let's raid somebody. Thank you for being here. I had a pretty good... I was exhausted this morning, and I'm glad I took a nap and listened to that thing. Bendable. Bendable, 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 bendable. Who else is playing Marvel Strike Force? I'll raid Bendable, but it does. I don't really. I always raid Bendable. Who's this guy? Is she organic? I don't know who she is. I don't understand what's going on here. Let me see. Is she organic, or is this a sponsored stream? Okay, then we're rating her. I just want to make sure she's organic. I don't care if she's new. I just want to make sure she wasn't like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as long as she's... I don't feel like... I feel like we're borderline harassing sponsored streamers. It's just...
Hi, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. How are you doing? I must have passed them already. Unless they're not like an actual...
What's this synth? I don't even know what synths are. All right, bye for now.
I don't think they're like actually in here. Oh, there they are. See, I